in the break room over here, modern side man. My first stomping ground many years ago. When I put my foot down, planted my foot down in this area over here now. Uh, Let me tell y'all, man, it's been a long rough. I'm coming into my 19th season, July, um, July 15th to be exact. I have 19 years of service doing security, and it has been a unbelievable experience. I can tell y'all that right now. And secondly, it has made me rich doing security. And I had sought out to, for years I had sought out to try to do security. It was hard to get in the door. But once I got my foot in the door, I got my whole body in. So uh, I have 3x my money since I've been here. Okay. Publish my music. I doing YouTube. And now I'm on my investment plan with the stock market. So everything going smooth. And right now, just preparing myself for this June. Like what flight reacts, people like June is June. I gotta look at flight, man. It's been a long time since I looked at any of the YouTubers that I started out watching, way back in the day. The young people, the squad, you know what I'm saying? The shouties, man. That really got me lifted, to this point. Because I couldn't really have done it without a lot of people that I did admire, while I was in the struggle. All right. But anyway, um, we approaching June, man, and if y'all didn't know, you're about to know now. Um, the SpaceX program is about to be launched by Elon Musk. June 12th to be exact. Um, the SpaceX program will be open, not to the public, but it will be open. And the private investors, they already got the first dibs on the stock. So it's gonna be kind of hard to really get in there, until they make it public to people. Eventually they will, but it's gonna go through a cycle period. And um it's definitely gonna make people um wealthy because they're gonna pretty much um they're gonna amp everything up. But anyway, I got uh two of the stocks that part of this innovation, this new era we're about to approach. Um you can kind of say one of them is kind of that way, but the other one is more so for the space program. And well, I got three that I'm gonna tell you about. I got a couple of them I gotta tell you about. But the main one that I'm gonna tell you about right now, as far as like for what's going on, that's really helping with the growth of the indexes is military conflict. So as y'all know, we still conflicting with Iran, and that's the issue. How you understand? And that's gonna continue to be an issue for a long time. So while we still conflicting, having a conflict of interest with that country, of course, we are the leaders in the world when it comes to that, like that effort as far as like you know securing democracy domestically and stuff like that, making sure people are safe and et cetera, et cetera. So of course we gotta be innovative when it comes to like innovative when it comes to the technology. So when we go into combat, So Iran, they got these drones, man. I don't know if y'all have seen some of the videos, but when they just put the drones to attack the aircraft carrier ships for the U.S. military, um, it take a whole lot of artillery to shoot them things down, and we really don't have nothing to deploy against that. That can really, um, can really combat with that. Can be combated with that. So Warren Buffett was saying that they're about to innovate our military infrastructure, and they're gonna start with, because now we in this new modern era. Just like now they're gonna have the bots. That's pretty much gonna be. I already seen some of the bots that we got. Y'all got to read y'all homework. It just comes to me like, because I guess I'm in the algorithm or something on YouTube or in my social media, and we do have like war bots, like real droids. Um, they already ready, so it's like they're not ready to deploy them yet. you know. But I think if this war continues on, like they showing they sophistication with they technology and they drones, and they pretty quick, man. It's like, but they still got some flaws in they tech. It's not like how we are. We leading the world in that because we got Nvidia. That's the number one thing that we have that's helping with this new era. As far as like for the AI industrial, not the AI, but the AI revolution. Because the industrial is phasing out with all the old stuff out. The infantry and all that. They're not gonna be using humans no more. They're gonna have bots. So just the next curve. So to combat that, Warren Buffett said they got this company out here called Big Bear. All right, and they specialize in making drones. Okay, and that's something that our military defense has not used yet. I mean, they have in some instances, like when they do airstrikes and something like that, they'll send a drone in. They really don't specialize, and these drones they can shoot too. It's like they can take out a whole military. That's what I'm saying. Iran, that's their sophistication because they're not really using no ground assaults like that. They don't. I don't think they don't have the infantry to compete with America. Like if we deploy 500,000 soldiers on the ground, they don't have that. So they have to use their technology that they have. So and we don't know all what they have. That's why Trump will start destroying some of their sites. Just building all these nuclear warheads. That was the whole point. You know, and stop their infrastructure with that. But they was using that to the against Israel and other countries like that that didn't have that type of technology or defense to protect themselves. So, but anyway, he said this company called Big Bear. This company specializes in that. No, and now the U.S. is starting to show that, hey man, we number one, and Trump's demands are stiff and stern. He's like, I'm looking at it right now. Trump's anti-weaponization fund block. So I think that's somebody that's I'm gonna listen to what they're saying, but that's part of it too, because they got to fund that in order to for this program But Iran is pretty much the guinea pig. They about to suffer devastation from this like this new technology that we got this for this new modern stuff. So all they gotta do is meet the demands, knowing that I think they won't be a testing site. That's pretty much what it's gonna be. When they start deploying them drones and stuff like it's gonna be they're gonna be the testing site. They're gonna blow up a lot of stuff, even more stuff. But Warren Buffett, he a big wig. Y'all know he a tycoon, big in the investor. Been investing since he was 17 years old. He still saying it. He still stay in the same house that he stayed in almost 60 years ago when he married his first wife. Um, I ain't gonna say he a cheap guy, he a smart guy. I picked up on heavy. I've been knew about him, but his literacy. I picked up on it probably about 4 months ago. And his ideology is really interesting. I can give y'all an example. Like he said, he never buy a brand new car. He said he buy used cars and he just pretty much just run them until they don't work no more. That kind of makes sense. But now in this new age, you need some sophistication, especially for what I do. I do ride share, so you gotta you gotta be equipped, to provide service for people, man. Like because everything's on the time, it's on the schedule. So this is logistics we're talking about, So we shipping and receiving, so you gotta be quick about it, especially if you want to be successful. Like ride share was I think I have been in 7 months of doing it. I made a lot of money quick and fast, you know, in this market. But anyway, um, Buffett he said this is gonna be a big one right here. It's like it's another IPO, $5 IPO stock. He said I just bought a couple shares just to test it out aftermarket, and yeah, I'm about to jump into it. Now this is the second IPO that an investor has raised to my attention. So the first one was the Rosen stock, the roadside safety stock, and that interests me because I'm out here doing ride share, and I want to be safe out there. All right, so I did see a little bit of that technology because my father has like 2023 Infinity truck, and I remember when I was going to get my battery for my car. Uh, as cars was getting closer to us, it was the kiosk in the car and stuff was letting us know like the car is too close and cetera, et cetera. And it's like I'm like, wow, and that's what they talking about for the roadside, for the roads, and that's their technology. That's what they focus on. It can help you prevent an accident if you get too close. Like, oh, you're too close to the car. You're about to have a collision in about 3 minutes. It'll give you a heads up, or update. Um, as you driving, to your destination. So once I heard that this company they specialize in it, they got great numbers, and they had the CEO uh, on this YouTube platform one day. I think they was at the New York Stock Exchange, and he spoke about his company, and it been in existence for 10 years, and it's another Nvidia type of company. It's gonna take some time for Wall Street to catch on to it, and when they get a hold of it, it's gonna take off. So instantly, that's what I was looking for anyway. I was looking for IPO companies, startup companies, because you want to buy low and you want to sell high. That's the whole objective of making money. Now I'm building my wealth too at the same time because I'm starting with these growth stocks, and then I'm gonna lean into the dividend stocks. Those are the ones that's paying high yield, like McDonald's, Procter and Gamble. It's like I'm getting real literate now. My knowledge is increasing as time progresses along because I'm listening to these guys and I'm doing my own homework at the same time. So yeah, um, I think I'm right on point, right on schedule. But the Rosen stock was the first one. Hey, got 500 shares of that. I'm gonna try to get to 1,000 because that's gonna put me instantly into the million bracket with that company. So if it 10x or whatever within the next 3-4 years within my investment plan, that's just one stock in my portfolio that I would have earned $1 million from. Now, the second one is the Robo stock that's in Dubai. It's another company. And once again, it's another company innovating for AI with the bots. Okay. They got more drone bots over here now, doing everything now. They're doing food service. They starting off with food service. So y'all probably seeing other videos. They got bots dancing on stage like Michael Jackson. But yeah, that's the second company. That another YouTuber, same YouTuber, but he put me up on it. So I'm into it and they accurate, you know what I'm saying, with their intel. So I was like, damn, okay, I got two of them. I'm looking for IPO companies starting off. If I can get about 50 IPO companies before this year's over with, and I can have 100 shares of each one of them, and they all equal up to about 10K, 15K, then this was for this year. All right. Then going forward, building blue chip in my IRA Roth account. All right. But anyway, let's get to the last one. So I got a dip set. We got to start back at 9 o'clock. Um, we talked about this company called Unusual Machines. It's another company, that's dealing with the SpaceX type program. Filtronics is the main one that I was trying to get y'all. It's another IPO. It's a $5 stock, but you can't buy into it. You can't trade into it because it's private, and they probably bought up all the shit. They probably don't got enough liquid yet to fill the orders that's coming in because of the capacity. And it's like once June get here, once the 12th get here, Elon drop his program. It's like it's gonna make everything just skyrocket. So I got about 20 of these different type of stocks um that I'm gonna mention. So if y'all wanna get hip, okay, because you're gonna want to know this, especially if you're an investor, or early investor. Okay, this is self individual investing right here, and it's good to have this in your portfolio. These IPOs starting off, and they talk about. I'm gonna give y'all another one. Redwire. Redwire is another one. Ticker symbol RDW. That's the one, the main one with Filtronics, with intuitive machines, um, momentous. It's about 10 of them that you're gonna want to have in your portfolio either before Elon drops this program, June 12th, or after, shortly after, because if you have enough of these in your portfolio, your money can 5X or 10X instantly. And it's gonna go through its volatility years, all that stuff, because people gonna take profit. So it's gonna take about probably 7, 8 months for it to settle in to give you that broad price range that you're looking for. Uh, but yeah, I think you guys don't want to jump on the SpaceX program, and all the stocks that's sitting around it, and then there's one military stock because there's gonna be more like that too because they gonna spike that too, because that's part of it. You got three elements that's gonna transpire before the year's over. That's gonna um innovate and also make everything go up. As far as like investment wise, you got the SpaceX program, you got the AI, and then you got the military. Okay, that's the defense. So those three right there, I think, will be leading in the markets. Okay, in the indexes. So y'all gotta do y'all due diligence, man, and just buckle in, man, and just keep your ear to the street. I'm the street, baby. All right, I'm gonna give y'all the 411. Y'all know how to do it. Like, make sure y'all stay in tune like a Neptune. Y'all keep it tuned like what? Nicholas Batum. We had a chance to get him one year. Man, the Bulls still messed up. The Bulls always messing up, man. But anyway, they got a chance to get Giannis. I'm gonna let y'all know about that on the Sports Rundown show. We got an opportunity to still get Giannis. Everybody talking about LeBron. What about Giannis? Caesar. Giannis off the Patupo. He could be right around the corner. He already got some property here. He been buying property. Right down in the downtown area. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah. I think he want to be right here in the shot. It makes sense. It's the best market that he can play in, and it can market him and take his career to a whole nother level. Like professional. Like business aspects. Why? Yeah. Because it did it for MJ. It did it for Sammy Social. Brian Urlacher, a whole bunch of them. So yeah. But make sure y'all, man, stay in tune like a Neptune, keep tuned. Like that's your boy LC1, LC1 be design. All right, get up out of here, man. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Uh Turn on your posts so y'all can get some more of this financial literacy. I really do all this on my podcast, but when we grow this brokerage account, because I'm gonna step by step this with y'all if y'all walk with me. Um I'm gonna get you to the next uh I'm gonna get you to the next what they call it, uh not the final frontier, but the next tier level. Okay, like it's a video game. Yeah, I'm gonna get you there. This rock with your boy. I'm a new investor. This is my first official 4 year trading, and I have took more profit than I have taken losses. So it would be in the consideration of the rookie of the year. But I'm not day trading like that consistently. But if I do day trade, I think I probably can average about I probably can make about 2,000 a day on average if I did day trade. So that's why you got to have enough liquidity in your portfolio, in your account, enough money. You know, it's all about money, man. Whenever you gambling, you got to have some money to play the game. Okay, if you got enough money, you can play the game. If you don't got no money, then you can still start. And then this, be real savvy about your strategy. How you gonna win. That's it. It's always an entry. It's like you don't have to be the biggest wig on the block. You know what I'm saying? Come over there and shake up the dice game. But it is what it is. But anyway, make sure I stay in tune, man. Make sure I like, share, comment, subscribe, like I've done for every other thing I've done. With doing from sports to doing YouTube to doing music. Y'all know I go hard and I win. That's it. All I do is win. You know what I'm saying? It's like my whole life. That's what it's been about. Trying to be a winner. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, make sure I let your comment, subscribe, and write those. The ticket symbol for Big Bear is BBA. Big Bear is a military company. Like I said, it specializes in drones. And the second one was Filtronic Inc. But I gave y'all another one because that's part of the SpaceX program that's dropping in June. But y'all won't be able to get into them because it's private right now. And I guess they're gonna because it's one of those companies you know um, that's helping with the I guess the manufacturer or it's competing with that part of the program, the SpaceX program. But it's gonna be a stock that everybody want to have in their portfolio. But unusual machines and intuitive machines, I think those are two that you probably want to get, and definitely red wire RDW. Anyway, I'm gonna have to tell them nothing. You did.